Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And yes, I'm aware of the rhetoric that is going around with certain creators and people. I don't understand why I need to explain this to everyone yet again when I did so several times in 2024. We had lives, long lives, explaining this. I have explained it all over and over and over again, and I do not feel I owe anyone any further explanation. The conversation with Bobby that you are pulling from all stems from 2019. I have had very little interaction with him since then. Except for when he started coming into my live broadcasts here on TikTok, I began trying to talk with him one more time. Now, the group that you are pulling from, that these messages were posted years ago, so you're not finding anything new, folks. This is not new. That group was directly connected with Bowker and Natasha and the rest of the bullshit that was going on in Facebook at the time. And at the time, to try and, hurt me, shut me up, all of that stuff, they tried to put this stuff out. Why? Because when Bobby asked me for $100,000 and then raised it to $500,000 and then raised it to $1 million, being funny and cute, while I was just trying to gather information, I dropped those messages between me and him back in 2019. That group got angry, and they then had Dawn back over there again, and she was handing out information from inside our private conversations. Now, I don't care. I will not sit here and apologize for things that I said in 2019 when I did not have the information that I have today. I'm not that person. You're never going to scare me with a screenshot. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Yeah, I said that shit when I said that shit, and I meant that shit when I said that shit. Does it mean that I still feel the same way today? No, it does not. I went back to school. I learned more about autism. I understood now when Dawn came into the picture and who she was working with and how Christy and Gypsy were already in contact with her. So if you want to blame anyone for Dawn Bowker being inside Nicholas's inbox, blame Dawn Bowker and Christy and Gypsy, who helped her. Now, I will be putting out the Bobby conversation today in our Patreon. No, it won't be on the free level. I'm not of the opinion to continue to show you my work, my investigation, and everything I've done over the last 8 years for free. It's not about money. It's about the fact that I did a job that no one else did, and I deserve to get paid for my work. So if you want to see my work, pay for it. You don't, then you won't have that information unless somebody else decides to rip it off and stick it out there. So that's fine with me. I've never complained about that. My shit is all over Reddit, has been for years and years, with no credit given, and I could care less. I literally could care less. It's not about that. But if you want to know about my interactions with the Blanchard family, the Petrie family, the Godejohn family, you'll be reading that in my books and in my documentary. And that's the only place I'm going to talk about those things right now. The only conversations I'm having about Gypsy Rose, Nicholas, Dee Dee, or any of the rest of them right now pertains to the case, especially the lies that are inside her book. And I think it's really interesting that soon as she gave me a key into the castle to understand everything, that everyone somehow just banded together to hate on me for doing my job. Yes, was I trying to find out information about Nicholas? Of course I was. I was trying to make a show. So I don't understand what you're all up in a rumple about. But my thoughts and feelings about 2019, 2017, and 2018, and how I felt about Nicholas until last year 2023, when I went back to school to understand him better, and I reread the emails and realized what they were, I don't feel like I need to justify any of that because it's not how I feel today. And I am trying to do the right thing today. I would love to look back through your guys' past and see that you've never, ever made any mistakes ever or gotten anything wrong or needed to be more educated on something. If you had been around back in 2017 through 2019 when all this was going down on Facebook, then you would know the story. You would know the truth of what all this was. But because you weren't around and you're getting secondhand information from people who just don't like me, you have no clue what the context of any of it is. That's the end. You don't know what happened back then. Very few people who are still around do. And guess what? All those people that know me and know what happened back then and are out here talking about it still, they all talk to me. They're all in my lives every day. You can see them. They comment and they know the truth. That's it. I have everything. I will tell you it all. I will show it all. I will tell it myself a million freaking times in this story. Because yes, I made mistakes. Yes, I got things wrong. The only difference between me and anyone else is that I'm not afraid to say it. And I'm not afraid to say that I got stuff wrong and correct those things. Other people who get things wrong, they don't do that. They just get it wrong and they don't care. Because for them, it's about clicks and views. For me, again, it's always been about truth. So that's all I'm going to say. I shall not be addressing it any further. If you would like to see the conversation between me and Bobby, head up our Patreon. If you would like to know more about my interviews and relationships and all of that with Bobby, the Go to John family, Nicholas, you can look at our YouTube channel and see lots of it there. We've explained all about it, steps along the way. You can see the lives I did last year where I explained my thought process and my shift in information and ideas about this. This is all you've got, huh? Shit from 2019. Good try. It's not going to stop me. I don't really care what the public opinion of me is. I don't. It has no relevance or bearing on my life. It is not real. It's based on nothing. And I'm not going to let it keep me from doing what I said I'm going to do. My mission in all of this, from day one to now, has never changed. Truth. And that's what I'm after. Did I go about it the right way all the time? No. No, I didn't. But I sure as shit am now. And I know the things that I know now. I have tons of extra proof. And I would hope that just like you guys have some compassion for Nicholas, you would have some compassion for me. I was misguided about Nicholas. I was misinformed and undereducated, and I made mistakes. I've apologized for those mistakes, and I've done everything I can to correct those mistakes. No one can do anything else. The only thing I can do now is give you the truth that we have through the evidence and facts, because that's what really matters. The rest of this, it's not real and it doesn't matter. Truthfully. I can only share my experiences, my knowledge, my evidence, the facts that I've found, and the research that I've done. Anything past that, I don't owe you an explanation. Have a good one from The Good Wives, serving up true crime. One dish at a time. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Mwah.